Welcome back to the Adventure with Advantage podcast. My name is Cody, and I play Elomir on the show. Thank you for your support. We hope you enjoy listening as much as we enjoy playing.
Well, welcome everybody back to Adventure with Advantage, to session 41. So previously, the party arrived in Esserum after their assignment in Sailport. They caught up with Groggard and the Brightstones, then began following up on some personal matters. Levi received a letter from the Hook for a meeting. He met with the Hook and soon learned that it was a trap, when the Hook said the words, "Do you know a man from Villith?" which caused Levi to black out. Flumpy tried to stop this, but failed, and lost an eye sock in the process. Scared, wounded, and alone, Flumpy escaped the Hook and made his way to the surface. He fled to the Balding Bard, hoping to find the rest of the party. He found Elomir in his trance-like sleeping state, and was able to communicate that Levi was in trouble. Elomir gathered the rest of the party, and Flumpy led them to the sewers beneath Sun's Rise. Flumpy led them to the room where Levi met with the Hook. They found Flumpy's eye stalk, which Casimir cast Gentle Repose on, hoping to attach it later. Elomir then picked up the tracks that led deeper into the sewers, and the party followed. They eventually entered a large room where it seemed the Hook had set up a trap. He told them he had nothing against the party, but Levi's secret was quite valuable to him, and they stood in his way. The Hook released a group of basilisks on the party, and a fight commenced. Steelscar focused on the Hook, but was surprised when Levi attacked him, summoning spectral daggers in his hands. Elomir and Casimir fought the basilisks, with Casimir seeming to be unaffected by their gaze due to his altered vision. As the fight continued, the Hook ordered all of his men to attack the party. Soon Flumpy sensed Levi deep down inside his body, beneath the other who controlled Levi's body. Flumpy was able to pull Levi to the surface, giving him control of his body. With Levi back in the picture, the party was able to quickly deal with the basilisks and the Hook's men, with Steelscar landing the killing blow on the Hook. As the party caught their breath and healed their wounds, they waited for answers from Levi. And so we pick up. You guys have just killed the Hook, his men, his basilisks. I believe Steelscar has delivered a punch straight to Levi's face. As you guys all stand around.
I thought we had been headed back towards the Balding Bard.
Were you? I might have missed that.
We were walking through the sewer.
So you guys
we were starting to walk. Yeah, we were walking towards.
Okay, so you guys, you make your way out of the sewers back toward.
We looted everything, right? From there.
You didn't say that, but I'm assuming you would.
Probably because we were trying to finish up quickly. So grabbing the loot off of the Hook specifically would probably be pretty important.
Let's see, I believe his swords were just they're just these different type of swords. They're like the hooked, you know what I'm talking about. I forget what they're called. They're like called something tigers or something, what the real name is. I have to find him.
DM, while Levi is looting the Hook, I want to just, I want to focus on him while he's looting, making sure that anything that he's picking out, there's nothing that he's trying to hide.
Okay.
I'm not trying to hide anything. I just want to get all the stuff out of here and get back.
I'm trying to find.
It doesn't matter. I roll like a freaking 3 in investigation, so whatever.
Nice.
I should grab my dice.
Oh yeah, might need those.
But yeah, after that, I'll just also rummage and loot with the rest of everybody.
Do you have a loot list, or do you want to just get it to us later?
I will get to you later because you know what? I actually don't think I wrote a loot list for this, so I will get it to you later. I somehow completely overlooked that.
You got some pocket lint and a half-eaten piece of bread.
Nothing worse than going through a fight and you don't get anything. So yeah, I'm gonna make a note for myself.
You got a bunch of pocket sand.
Dungeon Master, what was that? A Vorpal blade? What?
Sweet. 2 Vorpal blades? Nice.
Except it's cursed.
I will.
Oh god.
Do that. I totally forgot to do that somehow.
No,
okay.
you're good,
the body. We'll revisit that later. And you guys start making your way out of the sewers.
Yes, sir.
Are you talking through anything on your way back, or are you just heading right back?
I'm not saying anything because I'm going to collect my thoughts.
Yeah, I have. So I'm walking. As I'm walking next to Levi, I'm gonna. Hold on. Where's my notes? I have it here. I'm gonna, not very loudly. I'm gonna whisper to myself, "Climb on," and I'm gonna have my rope tie itself around Levi and on this upper part around his arms and everything.
Can you not like this is already a lot. Like you don't have. It's gonna draw more eyes than you really need. Like you're here. You can stop me. I don't have physical strength over you, Steelscar. You can take me in a fight. I know you can.
You leaving the rope on him or not? I do think that requires a save unless you're not putting up a fight. Doesn't it require a save to wrap the rope around somebody?
Yeah, it I have it here.
Climb on.
Gotta follow proper rock climbing etiquette.
It's only your basic DC 10 strength.
Well,
because if he wants to roll for it, he needs to just beat a 10.
12.
There you go. So the rope wouldn't have gotten him.
Okay.
So my rope would just go back to my side.
Well, it attempts to, and he just kind of like bats it away as it attempts to snake its way around him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry. We can go through everything as soon as we get back. Just let's get back safe. I want to be not outside right now.
All right then. We'll just head back.
All right.
I'd lean over to Elomir and say, "This may come as no surprise, but I'm a bit confused."
Yeah. I'm just glad we're all alive. I'll take that as a win.
Good point.
Yeah, that was a pretty close call for Casimir there.
Nah, I had just hit, dude. I'm at 15 hit points right now. Right?
I know, but Casimir was in there. He was fighting all the basilisks while you guys were running around.
Yeah,
it was just
90-something points taken total, and then healed back up, and then taken more.
I feel you there. How many hit points did you end up with?
I'm at 51 now, but that's because I got healing from, I believe, an item and healing from Levi and I think one other source, and that was after I had already expelled all of my own stuff.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So I very much had Pikachu face when everyone went up the wall and my cat was gone. I'm there going,
You're in the pit of death alone.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
We make it back, I guess.
So you guys are just walking through town. It's dark. It's night at this point, if you remember. This whole ordeal hasn't been that long. I'd say maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours. It's not been that long. You went in the sewers, tracked through them, encountered all this, and left. So, yeah, I'd say about an hour. So yeah, it's dark out. The moon is still high in the air.
I'd like to use prestidigitation on like all my clothes just to get all the like sewer filth off.
All right, just clean yourself off.
Yeah, and just like kind of like pick it up and then like sticks to my fingers and then just flick it onto the ground and it's just gone.
There you go. Nice. All right. So you take all the filth and throw it on the ground. You guys continue your way through Esserum to the Merchants District, where the Balding Bard is. That's where you guys are staying. You guys enter the Balding Bard. Obviously, it's open since people stay there, but there's not, like, you see maybe like one person sitting down in the tavern area by themselves near like the fire, which is kind of like burning low at this point. Looks like one of the workers is, standing by, cleaning some things, taking care of business, with not much to do. You guys make your way inside. Just go into where are you going once you get there?
Go into the barkeep.
Yep. Once I get there, I'm gonna also head to the barkeep. You said it's not the usual person that's there, right?
No, it's not the owner, which I'm blanking on what his name is right now. I don't have it up.
Yeah, I know.
It's it looks to be kind of like an not an old woman, but like kind of like this middle-aged woman who kind of like a black hair and a ponytail as she sees you approach.
All right.
She just kind of like gives you a glance.
I need something to forget.
So yeah, I'll tell her to give us 4 ales.
Ale's not strong enough. I need something stronger than that.
Give us 4 of the strongest things she has.
She's like, I have some dwarven ales if you'd like. They're pretty strong.
All right,
If you want.
we'll take it then.
Yeah.
All right. She grabs. You see her. She turns around, grabs some mugs, and begins filling up the mugs. As you guys, are you finding a seat, or are you waiting for her?
No, I want to take it back up to the room.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So yeah, she fills them up, nice and frothy on the top, and she slides it over to you guys. And she's like, and what room what am I putting this under? Are you paying?
The goblin.
I mean, they don't give us free rooms here.
Yeah,
Nah,
you pay yourself.
We would just tell her whatever our rooms are.
I'll flick her a gold and just be like, have a good one.
Okay. All right. So you.
Did you tell us what rooms we were in?
I mean,
sure
there's
at
not
one
like
point.
it's not like room 2A, but it's
Or
like it's
rooms
kind of
1
like
and 2.
it's kind of that knowledge that I don't really need to tell you because you can just tell me that
caught me off.
sign it to our rooms.
You caught me so off guard with that question for some reason. It's all
Let's
right.
head up to the rooms. We can talk there.
All right.
You guys make your way up the room as she goes back to what she was doing. Which room are you piling into? Because you're in 2 different rooms.
We're probably
the one I'm
whichever
staying
one. Yep,
Okay,
his
so
room.
you guys pile into Elomir and Levi's room.
Sorry,
Alright.
Elomir. We're gonna have to use this room for the night.
Hey, all good.
All right, so you guys pile in.
Yep. So, and then before anything happens, I'm going to take out like a small bead out of my components pouch and throw it up in the air, and then ritually cast Leomin's tiny hut, just to make a little tiny hut in here, because I want no one else being able to spy on this. No one able to like listen in on this conversation or anything.
They can still hear you from Leomin's tiny hut.
It blocks all magic. So
Oh, okay.
magically, no one can.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want long distance magic or anything like that.
I got you.
Scrying me.
So as you guys sit there, wait 10 minutes, questions on your mind as Levy ritually casts this spell for 10 minutes. You guys are like, hey, he's like,
No, not yet.
He's like this, like, huh?
Okay. So after 10 minutes, he finishes casting the spell. Is it successful? Because it's a pretty big dome. Is it successful if it doesn't completely fit in a room? Okay.
It doesn't say anything about that. Like, there's nothing.
If there's a
saying
floor
that it
under us, they just see like
Yeah.
the bottom half of our dome.
I actually think it's not a sphere. I think it's just a dome.
Mhm.
It's just a dome.
So you could technically dig under it
You could,
and get inside, but okay.
unless the dome has a floor.
Oh,
That's
it's flat.
yeah.
That's a great question. I don't know.
Mhm.
Is it like just an inch under the ground? I don't know. That's a good question. Okay.
Hey, you're the
These are the
DM. You
things.
can decide that kind of rule here.
We will ask Liam when we meet him in person.
There you go. All right, so you finish casting the spell. You guys watch as the familiar dome. It's bigger than the room itself, but it kind of just like hits the walls and stops. So
All right.
Okay.
Well, take a big sip of my drink.
nice dwarven ale.
I look at Steelscar and raise an eyebrow and ask him if I should cast Zone of Truth.
No,
I'm not gonna lie about this one.
no, I don't think. I don't think we need that kind of magic right now.
I mean, you're welcome to.
My-
I'm not gonna lie anyway, so you can waste the
My
spell.
composure is completely relaxed, by the way. I saw the action. I don't believe Levy's out to kill us.
Okay.
I'm whatever about this. I do want to know what's happening, but I'm not like sketched out.
Okay.
All right, so
I need
since
some help.
no, first things first, since because Casimir looks a little confused in this whole situation, can we notice that kind of confusion?
I would be completely baffled. It would be very readily apparent that I have no clue what the hell's going on.
So
okay.
So I'll be like first things first. So first things first, Casimir. The short version of it is he was never supposed to involve us with the person we just met. We got involved, as you saw, who came running to us. So this aggression is on that matter.
Okay. Hold on. I think he needs a little bit more of an explanation than that. So, the man that we killed back there was called the Hook. He had those giant hooked swords. He was a crime lord in this city. We previously had made a deal with him for some information. The deal was...
We did not make a deal with him.
As in me. I made a deal for information because we were tracking a murderer, and we needed to figure out where he was. And we tried to do it as fast as possible using any possible network or connections we could make. So we made a deal, I made a deal, that I would do one task for him for this information. He called on me when we got back to Esram to make me make good on this task, which I was happy to oblige. I am a honorable man, and I will do as I need. But things didn't exactly go how I thought it would, and now I'm kind of in a bind, and I'm going to need some help. And I'm hoping by me telling you this, it doesn't scare you all away and make you want to, leave me behind. So, I grew up in a town called Villith. Well, city. Bit north from here. Grew up normal. Mom, dad, going to shop. DM this right. Tavern.
It's been so long.
Yeah, we had to wait a week or 2 weeks.
And when I was young, I got taken. And something got put inside of me. And I don't know how. I don't know where it happened. All I know is there'll be times where I black out and lose complete control over my body. I will be just an observer to the events that are happening outside. Currently, I've been traveling around lately just to try and figure out any way of breaking this issue. It seems there's another being, another soul inside this body that I have no control over. And it is activated by a key phrase. I'm not gonna say the key phrase. If you're gonna ask that, I'm not gonna know, because it'll happen, and we're gonna have problems in here, and I can't have that happen.
Well, can you at least write it down? Can you write that phrase down?
No. The less people that know it, the better. And the problem that we just ran into is the Hook somehow figured out the key phrase. And basically activated that other being inside of me who is more than happy to kill everything.
Have you tried like really good earmuffs?
Really, really good earmuffs.
Just, some earplugs.
I mean, I could grab two of Flumpy's tentacles and shove them in my ear, I guess.
Didn't we use like wax candles at one point or something?
We did, yes. I'm pretty sure that wouldn't stop it because of how strong this kind of magic seems to be.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You said you're an observer to it?
Pretty much, yeah.
And you can like remember what happened afterwards?
For the most part.
Yeah, you remember parts of it, so it's not like
It's like a dream where you get like flashes and stuff, and it's like, oh, I saw this, and then like important parts of it I will remember, but like I don't remember like the exact path I may have taken to get somewhere, or like it'll be just kind of like more of like flashes of like a knife, blood, a scream.
Okay. Well, obviously you're looking for answers.
I'm looking to be free of this.
Right. So, any questions I would ask you, I'm sure you've already asked yourself.
And you guys are the first that I've brought this to, so didn't really want anyone else to know about it, as knowing about it can prove to be dangerous.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's better to know about it than to be surprised by it like we were.
Right. But this isn't something that I go up to most people and be like, hey, by the way, if you say the wrong thing, I might kill you.
And look, and the issue here is, as you said, we don't know what this phrase is. What if we randomly just
You will
talking?
not. You will not. Just you won't randomly do it. Trust me.
Well, let's see here.
Steelscar don't to cast. No
next?
guessing.
What's next for you? What are you going to do about this?
Well, I'm completely screwed. The hook had a dead man switch, and that information's getting released, according to him, upon his death, which just happened. So
really, it's Steelscar's fault.
I have no idea what I'm going to do or where I'm going to go. And pretty much at this point, you guys are all I have.
Well, if for nothing than just solving a mystery, I got your back.
Thanks, man.
GM, a question. When he was fighting against us in the sewers, is the thing? I guess he would have glowed blue. So litmus test. Is the thing inside of him an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead?
No.
Okay. Well, we can rule. Well, I wouldn't know, so I can't in character rule these out. But meta.
Oh, meta game.
That's all I know how to do.
No.
All right. Well,
So Casimir still knows shit.
So, I think I need to get out of town. I think I need to get away from Esrim for a bit. So, wherever you want to go, I am down to go. And fast.
well, on the plus side, Roger can always just give us a job in writing, since he can communicate with you.
True.
Yeah, I mean, Grogger's instructions are kind of like, hey, you guys have proven yourselves so far anyways that we can kind of just, if we have somewhere we want to go, we can go and write about our travels, and people will still read about it.
But as far as like your next steps, you're on the defense here. You have nowhere that you.
I
No leads
I
or
have
anything.
no leads or anything like that so far. I know it's some kind of psychic ability can have effects on it. Flumpy was able to communicate with me a bit back there. Really helped calm down that other being.
At that point, you see Flumpy just kind of like floating around and kind of like with his missing eye, looking
poor
around
Flumpy.
at the party.
Oh yeah, I'll pull out the ice stock and give it to Levi and say, you might want to hold on to this.
Oh, could I like put it next to where his eye stock would be, and then like cast like cure wounds or something to like try and heal it back into place?
No, because I believe that that's what like the regenerate spell is for. I don't know that you could attach it back onto his eye and then cast a healing spell on it.
Okay.
Got him.
Yeah, I don't think that a healing spell can reattach severed pieces of your body.
But I mean, it could cut, fix cuts. That's like reattaching.
It says eye. There's a lot of optical stuff there going on. It's not just a flesh wound.
I'm gonna look. Oh, sorry.
I think Flumpy might be out an eye for.
Yeah, to regrow it is regenerate, so that's 7th level.
Yeah, but it's not regrowing; it's reattaching.
Kind of like a finger.
Could you bind it using the magic rope?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Just tie it on there.
And then, like, use cure wounds on the rope, and that somehow, like, fuses the two magics.
I mean, you could
combo magic.
You guys could certainly try if you want.
Well, I mean, this whole mess is Steelscar's fault. He killed the hook.
While they're doing all this, I'll look at Levi and be like, look, if I didn't want to be involved with you or any of your shenanigans, I would have never gone in there and brought you back. Or we would. I speak for myself here because I don't speak for the rest of the guys. But if I didn't want you in the group or around me, I would have not shown up. Yes, I am still very upset. But you know what? I consider you a friend, so let bygones be bygones. This time.
Do you know what a bygone is?
I literally had that thought. I have to Google it.
What is a bygone? Because it seems like a science term, and I don't know that was common enough.
Does Steelscar know what a bygone is?
He probably doesn't. He probably just heard it.
He heard the phrase and is just parroting it.
Yeah,
adjective meaning belonging to an earlier time.
Okay.
Let the past be the past.
There we
exactly.
Go. Okay.
It works.
There you go.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm down to bail, but have you been inquiring much while we've been traveling around, or is most of it?
I have. Haven't learned too much. See, the type of magic that was done is some kind of soul magic, and it's ultra illegal and ultra banned, which makes it really difficult to research on, where to figure out how to undo it.
Does the thing that shares your body have a name?
I mean, I know what the name is, but do I not meta know what the name is?
I think you know it at this point, yeah.
He goes by Rylock.
I would pull out the medallion.
Ooh.
Okay.
I would ask him if he
okay,
minds me asking about it.
Go for it.
Okay. Then I would use the legend lore from Halet's amulet to ask about Rylock.
Is Rylock of legendary
significance?
So you pull out the medallion, you cast the spell, hoping to get some information, but you do not get any information.
Okay.
And that's a once per day thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if it failed?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, when are we gonna go head north anyways for you, Elomir?
I was a bit emotional. I did some thinking and realized that letter was sent long ago. So I was actually up north. I think my hopes were set so high to get some news that I mixed my timelines a bit. So there's nothing north. It's been a crazy few days with me to have to reckon with that, but yeah, there's no need to go north anymore.
Well, I do have some business that I would like to handle, and it would require going northwest towards Woodpine from here.
And that's as good as a path as any. Casimir, what do you think?
I don't have the information needed for any of my goals, so anywhere works for me.
DM, quick question, because on the world map, there's Waterpine, and then there's a major city next to it, isn't there?
Let me bring up the map.
It's Las
Please.
Vegas.
What are you guys looking at right now?
The dungeon
That's
we
the
were
one I
in.
got.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I should have switched it to Esram.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's what I wanted to know.
Mine's out of date,
Elam.
just to let you know.
Yeah,
Your
no. The name of the place that I needed is still
He
there.
wants to go to Woodpine, which is there.
Yeah, because I was thinking of
Ilum.
Ilum. major city that was
Yeah.
nearby.
Ilum's kind of the capital of the kingdoms here, so
Yeah.
That's
And,
probably the only place that I was thinking might have some kind of answers would be Ilum.
I mean, we can make a trip there. It's just if we go that way, I wanna try to get a few things before I make my way that way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in no rush.
No, I think the situation is kind of a rush for you.
Well, it's been this way for a very long time, and just getting out of town and being on the road will help more than anything.
Yeah. Okay. I
Fair
guess
enough.
that's the plan. We'll all take care of our business and head out in the next day or two.
Yeah.
Okay. I did want to, not to burden you all, but like I said, my emotions got the best of me. I'm on my own quest for knowledge here. If you remember that letter I read, we need to find out who the Harbinger was, and then I can learn about my news. So that's what I'll be doing today. And Ilum being a big city, I'm sure, if not here, there's our best shot in all the land. So
the libraries there are, I'm sure they're pretty vast, so they might have maybe some kind of info that you might be looking for. Can't guarantee anything, but I've been there before, and it might just work out for the best. Not just for Levi, but for you as well.
fair enough.
okay. So it sounds like you guys are going to rest and then head out in the next day or two after you wrap up your stuff. Maybe maybe see what jobs Grogard has before you head out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe something
Anything
that he
that's
has of interest. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll head back to the room that I'm sharing with Casimir now.
All right. You guys head back to your rooms, rest. At this point, it's probably like in real time, probably about 2-ish o'clock, so not a ton of time to sleep before the sun comes up.
Joke's on you guys.
Yeah, I guess Elomir's fine.
I'm sleeping in.
Okay.
I would
So
need to sleep in.
it'll be a lazy day then, I guess.
Yeah, I'll sleep in a little bit as well before starting my day.
Okay,
I
you
need
want to
full
do
rest.
full 8 hours. Okay. All right. Well, Elomir, do you have anything you want to do while they're all resting? Because they're going to be sleeping till about 8, or I'm sorry, about 10 in the morning. So.
I'll wake up at normal people times because I'm responsible. So I guess just to voice this with you and maybe ask you. So I got the letter. Let me find the letter real quick. Sorry. I should have done this before session. You DM'd it to me. Yeah. So I want to look at it and figure out where to go.
Yeah. So basically, the letter.
I have it pulled up, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just the information that you got was you put together that this seemed to take place shortly before things happened for you up north.
Yes.
And it seems like this character, the Harbinger, is something that you want to look into if you want to find out potentially what happened to your parents.
Yes, I do. I'm just looking at the map. I will go to the Scholars Guild house.
Okay.
I assume that's like the best thing closest to like a library or, super smart people.
Yeah. So you can make your way there to the Scholars Guild house. Walk in. Most of these guild houses, they're quite large and gaudy, and this is like, the Guild's Way. It is the rich, affluent area of town. So you make your way there early in the morning. There's a few people out walking around. And you arrive there, and it appears... I think you guys came here at one point when you were investigating who or what could have been killing the people when you were investigating the murders in Esserum. So you're familiar with this place. You've been here before. It's just kind of like a large library. What specific information are you looking for?
First, I would ask them if they had like knowledge or anybody in the guild that would know a lot about the Astral Order. So I'd start there. Okay.
So yeah, they're able to direct you some books, like the small halfling kind of like walks you through. He's wearing like this kind of like robe. He walks you through the large, just like bookshelves that just tower really high in the sky, or not in the sky, but high up above you. And he takes you to kind of like grabs a few books, and as he's walking, he's kind of just like handing them to you, and you're kind of just holding them, and he hands you about like 3 or 4 books. They're pretty large, and you can kind of look through that about the Astral Order if you'd like. And he's like, it's like, you'll want to just take a look at these. And there's nothing specifically on the Astral Order, but you'll find some bits of information probably in these books.
And then I'd ask him, is anybody in the guild like an expert in planar knowledge?
And he thinks for a second. He's like, no one that I can think of off the top of my head. Typically, planar stuff is more of the specialty of wizards and people who dabble in magic and stuff. But there's certainly some information we might have on the planes of existence if you were curious.
Okay. I'll start with this reading for now, and then I guess I'll start reading this, and then I doubt I'm going to find anything about the Harbinger if it's just like planar things, but maybe like studying to see if there's any like reference to, I don't know, like prophecies, known enemies, especially if the word Harbinger pops up. Like that's kind of what I'd be looking for. Just like
Control F.
Yeah, Control F, 3 books. But those are things that would pique my interest.
Okay. All right. And he's like, I can certainly ask around to see if there's anyone who has any knowledge of planes. I don't know anyone off the top of my head, but I can ask around.
I'll say that'd be great, and I'll just go ahead and like start diving through the books while he goes on his way.
Go ahead and make an intelligence check, or we'll say investigation. You're looking for something in particular.
Okay, 22.
Wow. Okay, you said you were looking specifically by the Astral Order, prophecies, things of that nature, right?
Yeah, like enemies to come, any kind of like anything that might like put the Harbinger to like an event,
Gotcha.
a known entity.
So you spend a lot of time reading through these books, probably about 2 hours or so, just going combing through them, looking for any information, kind of just scanning and Astral Order. The information you get about the Astral Order is it's not anything that you don't particularly know already.
Right.
This group of people whose job was to defend against extraplanar threats after an event known as the Shattering that created all the planes of existence. Basically, it became an existential threat for the material plane here. So this group was created to basically watch over the planes of existence to make sure that nothing that shouldn't be here was making their way in. And it, just what you know already, like it ranges from anything from just, some people dabbling in portals and stuff they shouldn't be, to larger threats, like things like that. So you spend a lot of time reading through. You find some information about, some of the leaders in the past who have led the Astral Order, their feats and all this stuff that they've done. And when you're done, your head just aches from reading everything.
Did any of the names of like people from the past tie themselves to the city?
What city?
The one that we're in.
To Esram?
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe I'm trying to find like a retired guy who
oh, I got you.
lives here, like settled down after his.
Yeah, no, you don't find anyone who seems to be related to Esram here.
Okay. The next thing, and then did I have reason to believe that the first guy I talked to would be back to me soon?
He had said that he was going to ask around. You can wait around a little more if you'd like. Or you can
I'll try to find him before my way out and just tell him where I'm staying.
Okay.
Just tell him,
he's just sitting at a desk up front, kind of like, greeting people as they walk in, reading through stuff, taking care of something. He's like, there was someone who has some knowledge of the plains. He's kind of an elderly man. I had asked him to come speak with you, but I guess he's not come to speak with you yet.
No, but I'm happy to go to him.
Well, he's a little busy right now, I guess, and he's a very private man. But if you wait here maybe a little bit more, he might come down to speak with you. I can check on him again if you'd like.
Yeah, I don't want to impose, so I will wait. Yeah, happy to wait. I got all day.
All right. So you find a seat as he kind of shuffles off to find this man again. So you wait around for probably about 20 minutes. And then eventually he comes down with this kind of elderly man, kind of like these long robes, kind of like this big beard, and comes shuffling down the steps. And the halfling steps up and he's like, this is Master Ergon. He has some knowledge of the plains. You're free to ask him whatever you would like. And then he steps away, and Master Aragon is this human with like this just big beard and just old man kind of hunched over.
Yeah.
He's like, and how may I help you, son? What are you seeking?
Master Aragon, thank you for your time. I know many people probably seek your knowledge, but I'm looking for some information. I'm a member of the Astral Order, and I think there's some great danger, and I'm just trying anything I can do to not only help our order, but anybody else. I take it you're familiar with the Astral Order.
He's like, oh yes, I know of the Astral Order. I know that there have been some problems with them recently. Was there anything in particular you were wanting to know about them? But if you're a member of the Order or familiar with it, I'm sure you know a lot.
Yes and no. Yeah, my mother is Zentha Starstrider, and I've received some communications from her that there's a threat known as the Harbinger, and I wondered if you've ever heard of such a name.
And kind of like thinks for a minute, like, Harbinger. Nothing that sticks out to my mind. Anything in recent history. But yes, I've heard of your mother. I'm sad to see that things are going the way that they're going. But no, I don't know anything about this Harbinger person.
Okay. And I'll tell him the order's a little bit scattered. I was up north at one of our enclaves when a large attack happened and everybody scattered. I've been out east, and that enclave was, pretty vacant as well. So anything that you might have as a lead or anybody who might be able to track this down, again, it's not only the order, but it's, depending on who this Harbinger is and what intentions they have, there could be bigger threats here.
Oh, we just lost Scott.
So my drivers crap out for a moment, and then he just disappears.
Oh no, we lost Scott.
Did you lose power or something?
All right, so
I live like half a mile from him, and I have power.
So that's impossible.
Okay, that happened like just after mine recovered, so
Easy.
That's kind of weird.
Oh,
Is it
he's
just-
Discord. There he is. Discord just dropped.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. That was weird timing.
That was weird because
Yeah.
your camera crapped out and then my Discord dropped.
But for mine,
That
it
was
was
really
the
weird.
driver issue happening.
If
So
you
my
want to
camera
RP it, we
mouse-
can say
Scott, how dare you?
They-
This man is pouring his heart out to you, and you just disconnect. How could
Mas-
you?
Master Aragon's very old. He just kind of like
He just fell asleep.
He just fell
Scott,
asleep.
can you refresh your camera?
I turned. Can you not see it?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
turn it off. Turn it
I
back on.
can, but refresh.
How about now?
Okay.
I can see it now.
Yeah, we're
Can you
good.
see it now?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't see it either.
All right. Last thing I heard you say was basically stuff happened up north that was bad, and you're worried about this Harbinger fellow doing bad things. Pretty much.
Yeah,
That's
just
all right, okay.
we went east, and the enclave there was empty too. So
Okay.
just pleading my case that
Mhm.
anything he knows to send me to someone who might help.
Make a persuasion check.
I will act very pathetic if it helps. Start crying on his robes.
Sir, please.
I rolled a 10.
A 10. I was gonna say if you wanted to make like a performance check to try and really play it up, you're welcome to. But
I don't think I'd be performing. Like
Okay.
I'm pretty naturally panicked
Yeah,
about
okay.
this.
he thinks for a moment and is like, where are you staying?
We're at the Balding Bard, or is that the wrong city?
Balding Bard. You're right. And he's like, and what is your name?
My name is Elomir Starstrider. I'm working with the Goblin Gazette presently.
He's like, I'm quite busy, but if I happen across any information about the Astral Order or this Harbinger, I will be sure to send it over to the Balding Bard and directly to you, Elomir.
That's great. If I happen to not be in, you can leave a message with anybody, and they know how to get in touch with me.
I will do that.
I appreciate the time.
He just kind of bows and turns around and shuffles back up the steps.
And then you said, the first person I talked to said like it'd be better to talk to like a mage on the topic of like portals and things like that.
Yeah, he said if you want to discuss portals and stuff, because this is a scholar, so it's like history and stuff like that. If you're wanting like the ins and outs of like portals and how to do that sort of thing, then yeah, that's what he was suggesting.
Right. I think I'll go back and talk to Hector, but if you want to check in with other people now that I've been doing this a few hours, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys all eventually wake up as well, with the day ahead of you. What would you guys like to do with this day that you have, or 2 days, whatever it is?
I want to go back and buy drugs.
You want to go back and what?
Buy drugs.
Oh, buy drugs. I thought you said bed bugs.
No, buy drugs.
I guess when did he tell you to get there? Same time?
Next day.
The next day? Okay. So that was like
Forgot about that.
that was like the afternoon, I think. So you
That
have,
was
you
like
have some time.
So if it early in the morning, if I see Levi, I want to approach him and I like to ask for help.
This is like 11, and probably I'm imagining.
Yeah, like around noon, I'm like, Levi, are you awake? I'll knock on his door.
Barely.
I open his door a bit. I'm like, get up, man. I need your help, please.
I'm up.
You.
I'm up.
So you're kind of our magic man around here, where you're with your fancy spells on doing anything, right?
Sometimes. When it works.
Well, I'm gonna head down and talk to Hector and Amber about maybe like a hat that might help me disguise myself. And since you know a little thing or two about magic, I was wondering if you'd like to come along with me.
Sure. What time is it about now? Ish?
Noon.
Like you said, about noonish.
And I have like probably a couple hours before I have to go meet that guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I can come with you for a bit.
So we'll make our way to the Goblin Gazette and head over to Amber and Oscar's place.
Okay.
So
You guys make your way into the Goblin Gazette.
yeah.
familiar sight. You go to where the Brightstones are, the room kind of in the back of the building. Make your way in. It seems that they are... you don't see Oscar, but it seems that Hector and Amber are looking through some stuff, some books. They're just discussing some things when you guys walk in.
All right, so I'll approach them and be like, good afternoon, Amber, Hector. I was hoping the both of you could help me try to figure out something or see if you have something that I need in stock by any chance.
And Amber's like, and what would that be, Steelscar?
So, my friend Levi here has magic that can sometimes help you disguise yourself. But I was wondering if there was any items where I could possibly use that without having to rely on somebody else.
It's like, so you're looking for a spell that would basically alter your appearance?
Yeah, pretty much like an item or spell, something that could kind of help me with that.
And how powerful does this change need to be? Does it need to make you look like a man with 4 arms, or does it just need to make you look a little different?
Just a little different. Maybe, alter my face a little bit, change the color of my skin a bit, change my hair, everything. Something at a basic level, I would say. Just enough to alter me, enough to not be recognizable.
And then Hector kind of speaks up and he's like, well, it sounds like you're looking for something that maybe has the disguise self spell or something like that to disguise yourself.
Yeah, something like that. I just want to disguise myself.
You kind of thinks for a moment. He's like, yes, I know there are hats that people wear typically that change their appearance. You're wanting something like this?
That is correct. I am wanting something like this.
I was thinking maybe some glasses that would do it with like a mustache, possibly, addition, and then when you put it on, it would cast disguise spell. That was just my idea. I just was thinking.
Of course you would.
Hector's like, well, you can enchant anything with certain things with a spell. It doesn't have to be a hat, but that just typically was a hat was less obvious to someone.
Yeah, I want to stand. I don't want to stand out like that. I want to be more of the I'm not even here type of item I want to procure.
Nice. It's like, well, we could certainly. Were you wanting us to make something like that for you?
I mean, how long do you believe that would take?
He's like, I'd have to look through some things to see. I've not made a hat of disguise or glasses of disguise, whatever it is you'd like before.
No glasses, hat would be better.
He's like, well, all right. Well, it will take a little bit. I need to. I've not made one before, so I'm not exactly certain how long it would take. I'd need to do some research.
Hey, Steelscar, are you sure you don't want like a cod piece of disguise? It could be discreet and hidden.
Maybe that's a nice bolo tie. Or...
You just gotta grab it to activate it.
I think I'll be fine with just just
a hat? Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, I do wear this helmet, so maybe not a hat. So
is it like a top hat or like a beret?
Well, Hector, how about this? You research how long it would take while I decide what item it should be. Now that Levi here's feeding me ideas, does that sound fair to you?
He's like, yes, that is fine. Give me a few hours to. Actually, it might be a little longer than that. Amber has some stuff for me to do here, but give me a few hours. It'll take me a few hours to research it, so come back tomorrow and I'll have some information.
Yeah, right, Hector, if you need anyone that can cast a spell, I can always come in and help you. It's one of the spells that I have, so.
It's all right. That might come in handy.
All right, well, that was it for me. Since you knew about this magic stuff. I mean, I didn't. Thanks for your input. I appreciate it, my friend.
Yeah, no, man. definitely think you should have fun with your magic. So,
No,
that's the point.
Look, since we're heading out of here and we're most likely heading to Elam, by the looks of it, I need to hide myself. All right.
You're still standing in front of Hector and Amber, just so you know. Have you walked out at this point?
No, we walked out. We walked out at
Okay.
this point. I want to say
Okay.
that. We're talking the walking.
Okay.
Bye, Hector and Amber.
Yeah, we say our goodbyes, and I'll tell them I'll be
Wave
back
you goodbye.
later. Yeah, I'll be back later, Hector. Bye. There, we left.
All right.
So,
Yep.
And
No,
s-
I am completely with you there, my friend. I plan on trying to be as incognito as possible.
and there's something that
Says the man going to pick up illegal drugs.
I'm going to be
very.
very sneaky about it, okay?
Well, yeah, my only stop left was probably like a general goods store. We talked about it once, the tobacco and the pipe. So I was thinking maybe I'll pick some of that up for our trip ahead.
Oh yeah, me too. I put in an order with a place yesterday to go pick some up, and I was gonna go pick it up later.
Oh, so you're also getting some tobacco? I guess we'll have more tobacco going
Yeah,
around.
exactly. It would be great.
All right. Well,
Roll deception check, Livy.
what would I roll? Insight?
I mean,
Is he lying to me?
unless you're
18.
trying to figure out. Yeah, the only reason I had to do that was to see how well he was lying. Because if he was lying poorly, then maybe you'd catch on. But
No, I wouldn't. I would not be picking up on that right now. I would be more. I think Steelscar's a little more preoccupied trying to get his stuff situated.
Yep.
So yeah,
Right.
I'm like, oh, I mean, do you need me to come along? I mean, what happened last time? So I don't know.
No, I'll make sure I have our communication ring though on open mic almost at the point if anything happens.
It's like a mom before you
Yeah.
leave the house. Take your phone with you.
I'll be sure to bring my phone with me, Ma.
All right. Well, all I do know is that I might have to. We're all gonna have to have a little talk on how things are gonna play out if we go to Elam and Woodpine. I got some, not conditions, but some things that I probably should share before we head that way, and just to be on the lookout for things. But we'll do that once everybody's back together. But thanks for helping me out today.
No problem, man. No problem. Happy to come along. Gets my mind off of things.
Killing us.
I mean, I'm glad I didn't.
Too soon, right?
I'm glad it didn't happen. I would have been much worse shape than I am now.
And after that, DM, I'm going to wander around the city looking at little knickknacks or whatever, thinking of what I would like to possibly get enchanted.
Just go souvenir shopping.
Yeah, just go window shopping. Like, after me and Levi part ways, I'm just going to go
Alright.
window shopping.
You going by yourself, or are you taking someone with you?
Well, I'll ask Levi if unless he's busy, I'm just going to tell him that I'm going to do window shopping, see what I like as a design or item. And he's welcome to come along if he wants.
I think I have to go pick up my tobacco order.
Oh yeah, that I'm gonna do that too on my little window shopping. I'm gonna pick up more tobacco for the pipe that I never use.
All right. So you guys part ways as Steelscar goes window shopping, and Levi goes to pick up his illegal order.
Before though I go, I want to cast Disguise Self on myself.
Okay.
I want to just obscure some of my features, make them look not so obvious. Kind of like drab down my clothing.
Big nose.
Big nose, kind of like has like a wart on it. Big teeth, like they're kind of like all crooked and stuff like that in the front. Just
Nice.
kind of unsavory.
Okay. All right. So you disguise yourself so you can have an hour. Just walk around. I'm assuming you do this right before you go pick up your stuff,
Yeah.
or you just
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So you cast disguise self on yourself, make yourself look like that. You make your way back to Sun's Rise, where you met the guy who said he'd bring you some shadow dust. If I remember correctly, I didn't write it down. I think he said it was 50 gold, and you paid him half up front or something like that.
I paid him like 3/4 up front, I thought.
Is that what it was?
Because he wouldn't let me do half.
Yeah, I remember you tried to convince him, and he like punched you, I think, or something like that.
He actually rolled bad for once.
Yeah, I rolled bad.
Okay, yeah, I don't remember. We'll say 3/4. So if it was 50, you owe like what? We'll say 10 more gold or something.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you make your way there. You see him kind of like, just leaning against a building. Some people kind of like around him, the two guys that were with him before. What do you want to do?
I would like to walk up to him and drop my disguise as I'm talking to him and be like, I'm here for my order.
Okay. So you walk up, you start talking to him, and as you drop, he kind of like, oh gosh, like he's just surprised.
This makes sorry, it's just a little keeping myself incognito. I'm sure you are happy with this.
He's like, yes. He kind of just like nods for you to kind of go into this alleyway with him. And so you kind of go in, I'm assuming.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you walk in the alley, and then afterward he kind of walks to like guys that are with him, kind of like keeping a lookout as he walks up, and he's like, he kind of pulls out this small container. It's like a small wooden container. He's like, here's the stuff. Do you have the rest of the gold?
I do. Would I know if this is legit shadow dust or not?
Roll an intelligence check. Or you could see if he's trying to lie. It depends on what you look at.
Yeah, can I see if he's trying to deceive me?
Okay, it would be an insight check, though.
Yeah, I think I have better insight than I have intelligence, so...
Okay.
15 plus... 4, 19.
You're not able to get a read on him.
Okay.
You're not exactly certain if he's lying. I mean, he seems to be telling the truth, but you're not certain.
It's 10 gold, whatever. Pay him the 10 gold.
Okay, it's actually 50, I think, but okay.
Well, because it was 50 in total.
Yeah, what I'm saying in total is 50 gold.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, it's like 10 more. I've already lost the rest of it, so might as well. Like, that's 10 more at this point.
Okay. So yeah, he gives you the box. You hand him the gold.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, looks at you and says, have fun with that.
I will. And then I'm going to cast a side spell for myself again and be on my way.
Okay. And you can make your way out. Make your way back to the bowling bard. That you want to do?
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that.
Okay. All right, you make your way back to the bowling bard as you have your small little container of shadow dust, or you believe.
And I'm going to put that in the bag of holding inside of like a lockbox or something like that.
Okay.
Just so that
right.
like we don't go on to get like stop and frisked or anything.
Okay. They don't do stop and frisk here.
Oh, they just do what? Stop and beat down?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you make your way back to the bowling bard. Casimir, did you have anything in particular you wanted to do today, other than your massive shopping list that you always have prepared?
Other than the normal shopping, I'd see if anyone else had questions to ask the medallion.
You only got one shot, and you used it because that was actually at 2 a.m, which was.
Oh, okay. Then I will.
Oh, it doesn't change over at sunrise.
Nope. Reset at 12 o'clock at night.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Midnight though, I can work with that. No, I cannot think of anything at the moment. I don't know the town well. So Levi went and did his errand alone, so I'd kind of just stay out of trouble.
We'll say
definitely resummon the cat.
Sorry, we'll say sunrise. That makes more sense in a world without digital clocks everywhere. So if you have a question you want to
ask. Could just make it at like 9:42 p.m.
It's Holette. Who knows why she picks times?
Yeah, what time zone is she based out of? Is it daylight savings time in Esra?
What time of the day was she born? Was Halette born? It's that time.
She's a god, so who knows?
Exactly.
All right. So
Figure she's like, I'm sleeping right now. Ask me later.
You're resummoning your cat, who
Yeah.
is not allowed inside the tavern.
Okay. She'd stay outside then.
Okay.
And I communicate with her telepathically in case anything goes wonky, which hopefully doesn't. Yeah, I would check with Steel and Elomir when I see them if they had anything to ask.
The medallion. Just walking around asking people, do you want to ask the medallion something?
Do you have a question?
You guys have any questions for...
I want to know where I can learn more about soul magic.
Ooh.
Then
So-
yeah, okay. I'd be asking it about the concept or skill of soul magic.
Okay. All right. Well, you go ahead and you summon or you cast the spell, and you immediately just kind of like get this download of just this information kind of coming to you, like things that it feels like something you remember coming back to you, like someone telling you a story, and you're like, oh yeah, and then this, and this. Basically, the information that you understand about soul magic is that it is, one of the schools of magic. It is illegal in the kingdoms here, because it is so heavily abused. Typically, it goes along with necromancy, but not always. Necromancy is illegal to certain extents. Since a lot of resurrection spells are actually necromancy magic, that's usually fine. But raising zombies isn't necessarily okay. So soul magic is illegal. It is one of the schools of magic that typically comes with a very heavy price for what you're doing. Most magic, it doesn't necessarily come with a price. It can be based off of skill. Knowledge. Soul magic, typically it requires something. It's like some sort of exchange taking place,
Like heavy component cost, basically.
Or souls,
Mm-hmm.
or something like that.
Are we going like Full Metal Alchemist, where it's
Yeah,
like
you'll turn your brother into a full suit of armor.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a dog.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So yeah, you basically understand that it's illegal. It is dangerous. It deals with souls, and so it is quite a big deal.
Okay, so no combining Steelscar with a rooster.
Yeah. Well, that was a polymorph, but
That's fine.
that was just changing its appearance. But
Oh,
yeah.
I know.
Gotcha. But you are dealing in souls, and if you were to damage a soul or destroy a soul or something like that,
We're gonna go back destroy a soul. How do we do that?
What was that?
How do we go back and do that? I want destroy a soul. That sounds pretty interesting. I like that.
So yes, that's the information that you get about soul magic.
Gotcha.
Is there in the legend lore, did it give any city where soul magic was traditionally practiced or anything?
Not a city, but that it was typically used by people who did not follow the 12 gods, since they were against it. And you guys live in the world, and you are aware. We have not mentioned it in game, but basically there is a counterpart to the 12 gods. There are 12 evil beings, and you know that they are happy to employ the use of soul magic.
Jerks.
Indeed.
So yes, that's the information that you get.
Not a ton,
Brilliant.
but it's still good.
Mm-hmm. After that, I'd just pick up some treats from the Blissful Bakery down the street again.
All right, nice, like croissant or I don't know, small cake or something like that.
Something more savory, hopefully.
A meat pie.
Yes.
Man, I've always wanted
Sounds
to eat a meat pie in real life, man. They make them on Great British Bake Off, and I'm like, that looks good. All right, it's Casimir. That was your stuff. Steelscar, did you have anything else you were doing, or just window shopping?
I would say that. So for the item that I decided, I would probably say something like a necklace or something that would get enchanted. So I'll get some kind of necklace from some kind of shop.
Okay.
Nothing too fancy. Something very minimalistic.
Okay.
You now have in your possession a string with dried macaroni on it.
You do know that based on the stuff he did with the rings with Hector, that depending on the spell you are doing requires a certain item typically. Not
Then
like it basically needs to be able to hold the enchantment.
All right, so I'll find
you
the
probably
hat.
couldn't just enchant a stick,
But like a nice a nice necklace with like a nice gem on it, I would say.
yeah, something like that, a metal or like even clothing, fine, but like a macaroni necklace wouldn't work.
I did not say that.
I know.
Just
What
tell
about the
people it's
macaroni?
like a healing gem, and then
I mean,
like
you could get like a necklace if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's what I said. A necklace with
Okay.
like a nice little ruby or something.
Okay. So, all right, you're able to find one for about 5-ish gold or something.
Hey,
Small little ruby on it, and the person's like, "Oh, are you buying this for a special someone?"
I just like, yeah, you know. I just go along with the combo. And be like,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So yeah, you purchase the necklace. You make your way back to Hector and Amber.
I would afterwards. Yeah,
Okay. And you give Hector the necklace, I'm assuming.
I would. And then I would ask him how long does he think something like this would take and all that.
He told you you'd have to come back tomorrow. He has some stuff he's doing before he can get to researching it.
Oh yeah, I'll just drop off the necklace for now.
Okay. All right. Elomir, what were you wanting to do? You were wanting to find some magic people who might know about portals.
well, I was gonna go to Hector actually,
Oh, okay.
and Amber. So
Okay.
probably
See-
high five Steelscar on his way out.
Yeah, you guys make your way there.
High five.
So you see Steelscar in there discussing with him some stuff.
I had two things. One, I'd previously asked them about the dragon skills. Did they have an answer for me?
That was Oscar.
Oh yeah, I guess they're all in the same like office though.
Yeah, they're all like in the same area. Yeah, you had asked about making some dragon scale armor. Let me see what I have here.
I did find something else I wanted to do, by the way.
Okay, just let me know after this. Okay, so Hector says, yeah, you're able to find Oscar, kind of like the grumbly kind of dwarf, and he tells you that he can make you dragon scale armor. What did I end up telling you? Because I know we went back and forth on whether or not it could be leather or if it had to be scale mail. What did I say?
You said
I'm going.
I don't remember.
It's not you guys. It was him and I had a private conversation on Discord.
Oh,
you said it has to be scale mill.
Yes,
Plus when AC, no disadvantage on self and resistance to lightning damage.
Okay, yeah. So he tells you he can make the dragon scale armor. It had to be scale mail, since you literally are using this dragon scales.
Scales, yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, he says it would probably gain some of the resistance to lightning that the dragon had. So he can make it for you. For the extra components you need to make it would be an additional 200 gold.
Deal.
Stuff, and it'd take probably about a week. And he'd have to start a little after because he has some other things he's finishing up.
That's fine. I'll come back eventually.
Okay. All right. So
And he's not improving my current armor, right? It would be
a different set of armor. So if you're going to
Cool.
provide that might speed up the process. Or if you just want to,
no.
actually, no, he's going to have to say he'll make it. So it'll be an extra 200 gold in addition to the scales that you're providing
Yeah.
to make the armor.
I
Okay,
give
and
him all of that.
that would be scale mail.
Okay.
But I think I know I went back on something. I thought I said it wouldn't have the resistance, or sorry, it wouldn't have the.
Disadvantage on self.
Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't have the disadvantage.
You said it's inherently magic.
Oh, I said, but since it's dragon scales, let's say it's inherently magic, giving you a +1 to AC, no disadvantage on self, and resistance to lightning. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds fair to me.
Nice.
All right.
Okay, so I'll hand all that over.
Give him the scales, and he's like, I'll get to work on this when I can.
Yep. Well, we might be leaving town, but that's what we do. So I'll be back for it when I'm back for it.
It'll be waiting for you.
Great. And I give him a fist bump.
All right. Well, you want to do you talked about doing the dagger too, with the tooth. If you want to hold off on that.
I will run it by him. I don't know, yeah, I'll ask him, what does he think about that?
Yeah, he said he could make a dagger for you, but that would cost probably about 400 gold to make the dagger. Just because it is a dragon's tooth, and
Yeah,
making that into a weapon isn't necessarily the easiest thing to do.
that's fair.
But
You're the expert here.
He says that it could certainly. He's like, I'm no magic wielder, but I would imagine that it's a dragon's tooth, probably. Again, just like the scales is inherent with magic, it could probably deliver some sort of lightning damage if this was a blue dragon.
Yes, it was. Okay, that's 400.
400
You
gold
said?
for that. Yeah.
Probably same. It'll just take a while.
Yeah, and with the mail he's making for you as well, so yeah, it'll take a bit.
Okay. And then is that just one dagger, or would you make two out of it?
How many did you give?
I have
You give-
14
you-
teeth.
How many do you want?
If I can make two, I'd want two.
He could make two. It'd be an extra. I'd say since you're doing two, he could maybe reduce the cost, so in total, it'd be 700 gold.
Why not? What else am I going to spend it on?
Okay. All right.
So I just unload all of these teeth and scales.
It's like in Skyrim when you just drop everything on the ground because you're over encumbered. All the cheese wheels. I'll come back to that later.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
And I
All
took
right.
all the gold away.
Yeah, so you just unloaded all on Oscar. All right. So
Um,
he's working on. I'll make a note of that. So he's working on two dragon scale or your scale mail
two dragon tooth dagger.
and two dragon dagger. Yeah.
Cool. And then I'd like to ask Amber and Hector if they're together.
Yeah.
I just engage them and say, "You guys are pretty handy with magic, right?"
And Amber's like, well, it depends. What information do you want to know?
I'm thinking Hector might be more helpful here because of his somewhat sketchy past. But have either of you heard of the Harbinger?
Both kind of think for a moment and no, they kind of shake their heads.
I'll just tell them I'm looking for information about the Astral Order, and I'll try to read them and see if they acknowledge it, they understand what that is.
Most people are aware of the Astral Order. The best way I could describe it is the understanding of the Astral Order is very similar to the Night's Watch in Game of Thrones. Everyone knows it's there. Everyone kind of has a general understanding of what they do, but it's just kind of like that. It's very high level.
Yeah, not too many particulars. Okay. Well, so I'll just say we're going to be heading north soon on some other business, but I'm looking for information about the Harbinger, so I'm going to leave a note with Groggert as well, but if you hear any information about the Order or a name of the Harbinger, could you send me a note?
They both nod and tell you they'll send any information. They'll let Groggert know since he can communicate with you guys.
Okay. And then I don't know if Grogger's in his office, but I would want to pit stop with him too.
Okay. Were you wanting to talk to them about portals or no?
No, not in particular. I figure
Okay.
I know just as much as they would about the portals themselves, but
Okay. All right. Future reference. Amber's a full wizard. Hector is an artificer, which is like a half caster.
Okay.
Just so you're aware.
Good.
Hector might have pointed that out as well. Okay, so you make your way up to Groggard's office. He seems to be in there looking through just some of the notebooks from some of the other reporters that work for the Goblin Gazette. As he enters in, he's like, Elomir, good to see you. How may I help you?
So, hello, Groggard. Well, the gang's had an exciting few days, to say the least.
He's like, he just arrived yesterday.
Yeah. Times move fast when you got the ragtag crew that we've assembled here, or you've assembled, I guess. But the group might be coming here to say in more detail, but we'll probably be leaving town soon, heading up north towards Ilum. So, first of all, do you have any work or inquiries that you might want to pass our way?
He's like, let me take a look real quick at some of the information I have. And you see, kind of like sets the notebooks down as he kind of like looks through some papers, just kind of like looking through them. It's like grabs a few, pulls them out. It's like, looks like I have 2 that are kind of up north. He kind of slides them across to you, and actually no, he holds on to it. He's like, one of them is in the Greenock Highlands, near Ellery's Stand. Something about a resurgence of the Blighted Sisters Coven. Not sure if you know anything about them. And then we have some disputes between some elves and loggers near the edge of the Greenwood. And what's the name of the place? This thing is called Greywood.
What I know of Greywood / this possible dispute.
You're aware. Roll a history check.
Okay. Oh, that's a 1.
Okay. I will give you advantage since it is the Greenwood and you are from the Greenwood.
That's a 3, baby.
You're aware of some of the towns that border the Greenwood.
Okay.
The Greywood is one of them. You've not been there before. But you're not certain what the dispute could be about.
Okay. I would assume as an elf, I would not like people busting down my forest, though.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't. But I mean, you can ask Groggard. He seems to have some information on it.
So I'll ask him for more information on that, since that kind of hits closer to home.
He's like, so my understanding is that there's a logging camp there in Greywood. And there's an agreement between the elves and the loggers that to prevent the loggers from just cutting down the Greenwood all willy-nilly, the elves have a very specific area that they are allowed to cut down, and I don't know what happened exactly, but something seemed to happen. I believe a dead body was found, one of the loggers killed by elves, and there's a dispute currently.
Okay. And then not familiar with the, you said it was Greenwich Highlands?
The Greenock Highlands
Greenock.
is... Oh, it's not. I can switch the map.
Oh, it's fine.
No, it's my map. I'm switching it. I want you to see it. I spent a lot of time.
Behold!
The Greenock Highlands is up north.
Okay.
You would have probably passed through the Greenock Highlands when you were going.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The frigid wastes, the frozen wastes. I think we've gone back and forth in that name. Ellery's Stand is here.
Okay.
You could roll a history check if you know anything about Ellery's Stand.
I'll do that as well. 6. Where?
Yeah, you're not. You've heard of it, and him saying it, you're like, oh yeah, and I know that place exists, but that's about it.
Got a great burrito on my way through or something.
Pretty much.
Okay. And then do you have like a? You said it was a Blighted Sisters Coven. What kind of coven is that?
He's like, again, I don't know a ton about this. Just the information I have. Apparently, there's a group known as the Blighted Sisters Coven. It's a coven of witches who've plagued the Highlands for hundreds of years. Apparently, at the height of their power, they were able to control lords and cities through their enchantments and magic. They were finally stopped by someone named Ellery Grey, and that's why the place is named Ellery Stand, to honor her. Since that time, they seem to pop up occasionally. Seems like they're popping up again.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't planning on coming here alone. I'll talk to the group, but we'll let you know which or both of these if we decide to take it up, and you know how to communicate with us if somebody else in the Gazette beats us to it. But we'll stay in touch. But my primary reason for visiting today was more on a personal note. I would have assumed he probably knows about my background during like hiring process, right? You know, I would have told him.
You told him what he needed to know.
Okay.
That, you know, you had a connection to the Astral Order and spent some time up north and stuff like that.
So I'll tell him, like I said, on a personal note, the Order has experienced some trouble, and you know, while we've been off doing Gazette work, I've learned a little bit here and there about what might have been happening. So, has anybody in the Gazette, perchance, has the name the Harbinger came up to you at all?
He thinks. He's like, I've heard whispers of a man named the Harbinger. Not necessarily a man, but just a name. Just not much information. Just this person who is up to nefarious plans of that sort, but to be fair, we hear about that all the time.
True.
But I don't have much information other than that they do exist, and that I've heard that they may be up to no good. Fair
enough. Okay. Well, like I said, we'll probably be skipping town in the next few days here. If you have any, if anything comes across your desk about the Harbinger, big or small, let me know. You have no idea what it could mean for not only the Order, but you know, depending on how, we'll say, talented this Harbinger is, you know, who knows what it might mean for the rest of us as well. So we'll keep doing our Gazette work, of course. Job's a job, and we have to get it done. But would appreciate if you could put this one special topic on lookout for me.
He's like, of course, I'll keep an ear out, and if anything comes across my desk, I will let you know.
It's just, well, sounds good. I find myself trying to find myself enjoy the many places I travel these days. But we've met a crazy crew of characters, to say the least. So I won't get into, you know, many personal matters of the team, but we appreciate the opportunities that you've given us, both for employment, but just to do it with the freedom that you give us.
He's like, of course. The happier you are and more successful you'll be. He's like, just keep on bringing me good stories. And
Cogger's a good boss.
We're chock full of those, so I'll let him
like,
go to his things.
He's like, and let me know which, if you want to take both the stories, I might suggest doing one. You never know how long one might last.
Sure.
But just let me know what you want to do. If you want to take any, just let me know.
We'll run it by the crew, and we'll let you know either in person or through the book.
It says, sounds good.
All right.
Right.
And I'll return to the balding bard.
Okay. So you guys return. At this point, you guys are all meeting back up at the balding bard, right?
Yeah, I still had something I wanted to do, though.
Oh, yeah. What was the thing you wanted to do?
I would like to go to Jezrite Jewels. And now that I finally have enough gold, I can turn that gem into a ring of spell storing.
Well, you can't just turn it in. You have to. Like...
Well, I mean, you can have them make it into one.
I'm trying to remember what I told you about that.
3,000 gold and the crafting of the gem.
Crafting the gem. Okay. Because it already. Did I say that the
Because
gem
the gem
itself
is raw.
The gem was basically contained everything you needed. It just needed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. How much did I say it was? 3,000 gold.
3,000.
All right. You enter Jezerite Jewels, which. Let me go back in my notes to see who the proprietor of Jezerite Jewels is. I wrote that a long time ago. Maybe I
Gilus
didn't.
is the note that I have.
Is it Gilus? Was it a man or a woman?
I don't remember. I just wrote Gilus.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't ask for their pronouns.
Yes, it is a man with dark skin, Haram, named Gilus. Yeah, so you enter in and discuss with him about getting this basically crafted into a ring that you could wear for it to be a ring of spell storing.
Correct.
Okay. He's like, I can get that for you. That would be 3,000 gold to create the ring and everything to get it set.
And how long would that take?
It will take about 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
If you need it expedited, we can do that as well. It would cost a little more.
How much more?
And he kind of like consults the other things he has going on, and it's like, when would you need it by?
Probably no more than. I would probably say 24 to 36 hours at most.
And he kind of thinks, he's like, for an extra 500, I could probably get it done within the next 24-ish hours.
Fine by me. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You hand him the gold and the gem.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, all right, check back up here in 24 hours. We'll see how's it going. Man, I'm getting my accents all mixed up. Okay. So yeah, you make the deal with him. You're out 3,500 gold now.
I'm poor. Super poor.
All right.
You need a loan.
Yeah, Elomir's sitting on some gold over there, man.
Yeah, how do you sit on so much gold?
Elomir's about to become a loan shark.
Well, we go places and like they're like, let's split it evenly, and then someone's like, no, I'll pay for everybody's room. I'm like, okay. And then they're like, we should get health potions. I'm like, okay, here's 2 gold. And they're like, no, I bought 17. Here's yours.
Maybe I should stop doing that.
That is so true. It is
I mean, I
sarcasm.
suggested a party fund, but
I mean, I have one. I have
You
one
have
right
a
now.
party fund.
We
Yeah,
had
there's
it.
one.
We did start that.
It has
Coven.
760
one.
GP in it right now.
there you go.
Let's
All right.
gamble it.
Ooh. On,
All right, so
on
you
cock
guys-
racing?
We know how to fix them.
We do.
There you go. All right, so you guys make your way back to the Balding Bar. Do you all meet up for the night after taking care of everything? Right, Casimir, you took everything you needed to take care of, right?
Unless I can go shopping.
You told me you had some questions you wanted to ask some people.
Oh, well, you let me ask about the soul magic, and then before that, we'd asked the name of the being sharing Levi's body, which I had already forgotten. I guess on the second day, I'd ask about the Harbinger.
Well, you had told me you wanted to talk to some people about Halette.
Yes, talk to the people at the temple for information about Halette, just because there was so much mystery about Sister Lethel, and because of what happened to my face, I am to the point where I would be wondering if Sister Lethel had some sort of relation to Halette.
Okay, so you want to go talk to someone at the temple?
Yes.
Anyone,
If they're-
or do you want to use your connection to talk to High Priestess Delma?
Oh, I'm on the wrong map. Have I connection to High Priestess?
You went with Steelscar to talk about being an Aasimar.
But she was a priestess of Eridan, right?
Of Mirian, yes.
Mirian.
So the temple here in Esserum is dedicated to Mirian.
Okay, so
and
the
she
Blessed
is-
Mother. Okay, I was
yeah,
mixing that
she-
up with Eldrin.
No, Eldrin is yes, no, he is not the Blessed Mother. No, Mirian is kind of the gods each cover a sphere. One of Mirian's spheres is like civilization and like trade and stuff. So not necessarily trade, but like civilization, life, stuff like that. So typically she's one of the more popular goddesses. So this temple here is dedicated to her. That does not mean they don't have information on the other 11 gods.
Okay. Then yes, I would see if I could see that priestess and find out what she knows of the dealings of Halette and the sort of stuff that Halette gets up to. Or the relationship between Mirian and Halette.
Okay. So you make your way to the Temple of Mirian, and you're... go ahead and make a persuasion check, see if you can convince one of the priests to allow you to meet with High Priestess Delma. If you'd like to throw in any contacts that you have, you're welcome to do that as well.
I got a 13 plus 7 for a total of 20.
Doesn't sound like you do.
I would, remind or mention that I had met with her before and would be just looking to follow up with her on some things. And no, I wouldn't have as good a context in this city as the others yet.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you're able to speak with the priest who is like, I will get the High Priestess when I can. And there's just motion for you to take a seat. And, you're kind of a religious man and follow the gods, and you're able to kind of sit here in the temple and just take everything in. And, you find some peace in all the other things that you've been doing, right? Just some peace. It's a very beautiful temple. You see lots of people around, like praying to the gods. People being like ministered to, like, helping them through whatever it is that they're dealing with. And you can see that there's like a statue dedicated to Mirian, but there's also statues dedicated to the other gods as well. They're just not like the primary focus here. And you can wander around and see if you can find anything regarding Halette. Would you say you wanted to look up Halette or Halas? Which one was it?
Halette. But I would stop by whatever shrines of Halas and Eldrin there were, just to say thanks, particularly to Halas for the fact that I'm not, dead.
Okay. Yeah, so you find... I'm sorry, I was looking up something real quick. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay. So just for the sake of explaining it for everyone who doesn't know. So Eldrin is one of the primary... So there's 12 gods. He's one of like the main ones. And typically his spheres include like justice, bravery, truth, courage, stuff like that. And his symbol is a shield laying over a sword, which the rest of the party has kind of run into some stuff with Steelscar. So is Eldrin, who you have some ties to. Halas is basically the master over life and death. And his symbol is a skull with a wreath of flowers sitting on top of it. So you're able to find his statue as well. And
boy or a girl?
Halas
I have in my notes it was a she.
Halas is male.
Oh, okay.
It's all good, man. That's why I'm actually looking at the notes I have for the gods, because I don't think I've done this. Halette is a girl. Is female, I should say. And yeah, basically, Halette was the triangle with the eye, I think, or I'm trying to remember exactly what it was.
Triangle with an eye over a book.
Yes.
Purple.
Yep. So you're able to find Halette's symbol as well, and pay your respects to it. At this point, eventually, you hear someone approaching you, and it's like, Casimir, it is good to see you again. How is Steelscar doing?
He's well, and we're all still alive and kicking, so things are as good as ever.
It's like, that is good. And it is High Priestess Delma. And she's like, I was told you had some questions for me.
Indeed. I know you serve Mirian, the Blessed Mother, but I'm not well versed in her interactions with those such as Eldrin, Halette, or Halas. I'm specifically looking for information of Hillette. I gesture at my face. As you can see, there's been some influence on my life from her, and it seems prudent to learn what I can of her beyond, I guess, the not quality information I've had up to this point. The people I learned of her from didn't quite know all they could, nor do I.
She's like, well, you would not be the first who is seeking information or confused about the goddess Hillette. But for the other gods that you had asked, Eldrin, if you were not aware, is the partner of Mirian, and together they watch over all of us together. Halas, the goddess of death, and taking care of those who pass on from this world. Both Eldrin and Halas, we have a priest of Halas here if you would like to speak with him. And my friend Captain Doring, who you may have met, himself is a cleric of Eldrin. But unfortunately, the followers of Hillette are they're a bit different than the other gods. They don't have large temples and cities. They are followers of forbidden knowledge, and forbidden knowledge is not something that you want out in the open. So typically they are in places away from prying eyes who might seek her knowledge for their own glory. So unfortunately, I don't have anywhere I could really direct you to get more information about Hillette. I'm happy to share what I know about her, though.
Far for me to speak with Shaylin Stonespeaker.
She was the
Underdark gnome leader.
Yeah,
a little far away.
She's like,
kind of missed my opportunity there.
She's like, were there any particular questions you had about the goddess Hillette?
Does she often send servants of hers into the world to influence things? Particularly people who, when you ask around after them, seem like they never existed?
She's like, well, I don't know about not existing, but I mean, I am a servant of Mirian, and there are many here who serve the other gods, and so yes, the gods use us to serve people and to spread their message and encourage us to continue to follow their teachings and things of that nature. But about people disappearing and seeming to never have existed, I'm not certain about that one. The gods work in mysterious ways, and none more than Hillette, as you, I'm sure, are aware. So, no, I don't know about people just simply vanishing without a trace. But it is entirely within the realm of possibility that the gods would seek to influence somebody that way. Did you have something like this happen?
I think so. It was a priestess, or I guess a nun. Priestess, nun, Sister Lethel.
Sister is what she was called.
Sister, okay. A sister who I helped with some healing, and she gave me a rather rare book in thanks, and then when I came back to offer my assistance again, no one at the temple knew who I was speaking of. No one in town knew who I was speaking of. It was Sister Lethel. I doubt the name will mean anything to you, but it was an odd occurrence.
She thinks for... go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Okay. 14. Can I use luck to reroll?
If you want to.
21.
Okay. She thinks for a moment, and she's like, well, it is a very odd story. Like I said, Hillette is one of the more mysterious goddesses, and I mean, it is not without. It's not outside the possibility, and it's happened before where the gods simply take on a form themselves and arrive and meet with someone and give them something to help them on a quest or something. I don't know if that's what happened here, but there have been instances in the past where it's potential that the god themselves has interacted with somebody. It's not a common occurrence, though.
On that train of thought, well, are there any gods, or particularly goddesses, closely associated with the color green?
There are some, but I'm not sure that it would... Hang on, let me look at my notes real quick.
And if I recall, that's what the color
she
of
was wearing,
clothing
green.
was.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like, well, one of the goddesses related to green would be Dolana. She is a goddess of nature. But you've not... It doesn't sound like you are a follower of her or anything like that, so I'm not certain. I don't really have an answer for you. Dolana would be a goddess who green is related to her, but I don't know. I'm not sure I can give you a good answer.
Well, thank you for your time. That's more information than I had, which is always valuable. So thank you.
Yes, of course. And if I could give you just maybe something to think about. Halette is a goddess of forbidden knowledge, and she values those who are willing to solve a problem or seek something down or forbidden knowledge, something like that. So perhaps think back on your interactions with this Sister Lethel, and maybe something might give you a clue or something like that.
I'll do such.
All to say, Halette is not the most straightforward god.
So I've come to see. With
Is there anything
a bit
else?
of exasperation.
Is there anything else I could help you with, Casimir?
No, I believe that'll be all. I hope you have a pleasant day.
She's like, you too. May the Blessed Mother watch over you.
Okay, I would head back to catch up with the group.
All right. You guys all meet back up at the Balding Bard for the night. Anything you guys want to do? Just hang out, eat, drink, relax.
I would once everybody gets there, make sure that we all have like a pint or something to drink, and then I would bring out my pipe and the tobacco and be like, guys, so I know I mentioned this once in passing, but I finally got us some tobacco for the pipe that I wanted to pass around. If anybody cares to join me.
Yeah, let's join.
All right.
So
Everyone else joining, or just Steelscar and Levi?
Would hang out, but would not join in.
Okay.
Why not?
And so I pack up the pipe, I light it up, and pass the tobacco around.
Okay. You guys all take a few puffs of the tobacco as you're sitting there drinking your ales and eating whatever food that you guys have for the night as the commotion is around you guys. And it's a nice break from all the stuff that you've gone through. You do kind of have this sense of urgency with the information that Levi shared with you guys and each of your own personal quests, but it's a nice break to kind of forget about it and just sit back and relax and enjoy everything.
Yeah.
This tobacco is great, Steelscar. It's so flavorful and full, and it just has such a smooth vapor. It's like inhaling like a full cloud.
Yeah, I haven't bought tobacco in a while, but it's always a nice little relaxing time when I do buy some. So I thought, what better way to relax after everything we've been through than with a nice drink and a nice puff of the tobacco.
Puff of it sounds like I'm sorry. It just reminded me of in The Office when Michael doesn't know what was it, he doesn't know what weed is or something, and he's like, I did the weed. Oh gosh. All right, sorry.
No, it's fine. But guys, there is something very important. I kind of shared a bit with Levi, but now that we've kind of have a plan of heading to Ilum, so I know we plan on going to Ilum. I did suggest if we could make a quick stop at Woodpine. That is where I'm from, and as you guys obviously know, I'm kind of on a quest. Well, we all are, but I'm trying to find some more information based on my wings and stuff. And I had both Captain Doring and High Priestess Delma suggest to me, they suggested that I fully confirm any info that they've shared and anything that I know with my father before we proceed forward in what we're trying to figure out. So, first things first. Once we get to Woodpine, I'm no longer Steelscar.
Who are you?
I'm Elomir. That's exactly how my father's gonna call me. I don't believe he knows that I go by Steelscar, so I'd rather not get him worried or get that name out there around him because I don't have a good reason as to why I'm hiding my name from him. I guess he's always only seen me as his kid, and he wanted me to be a militaristic prodigy, which, to be honest, never happened. And now that we're going to Ilum, I'm kind of trying to hide myself. But that's a different story for a different day. Just know that once we get to Woodpine, I'm no longer Steelscar, and the discussion there.
Fair
Samuel,
enough.
you said?
It's kind of like Daniel, but with an S instead of a D.
Samuel?
Daniel.
Yeah.
How about
Gotcha.
do you go by San for short?
Yes.
Sandy?
I do.
Sandy.
Sure, we can say Sandy if you want.
Cool.
Nice.
It's a good night when I can get Scott to rub his forehead.
Yeah, I talked to Grogger today. He gave me some options for a next job. Sounds like one might be a little bit closer to Woodpine if that influences our decisions, and I'll explain them. You guys all heard it, but one's in Greenock, one's in the Greywood. So, yeah, both of them are actually kind of close.
You said one was where again?
The Greywood.
Oh, the Greywood right there.
The other one
one's-
was in the Greenock Highlands. The
Greenock
specific location was called Ellery Stand.
Okay, I see him now.
Which one did either of them seem more pressing that you particularly wanted to check out? I was just wondering if we should go and stop by Woodpine first, or we should go do the job for Goggard.
Yeah, I mean, Greywood's on the way to Woodpine, so we could do that. He said we could take both. We just have to let him know what we're doing.
Sure. I'll say we can stop by it if it seems like something that we're interested in checking out. Then we check out. How's that sound?
Yeah, I mean, I'm good with going to Greywood first. It's always nice to get some extra coin under our pockets.
I could probably leave tomorrow night ish. I put in an order for a piece of jewelry that I would like to get before we leave.
Fair enough. I'm gonna talk to Hector tomorrow, seeing about this item that I want. But if I can't get it, and I look at Levin like, maybe you can help me out if you get to Ilum.
Mm-hmm.
And I need a backup plan.
Sure.
I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
I got a disguise kit. I could do your makeup.
Oh, you do have a disguise kit. That is right.
I
You
do.
did mention that. You mentioned that once, I think.
He will
And
make
I've
your
used it like
eyeliner look
twice, and
so
it's
good.
awful every time I've used it.
Yup. Oh,
So I'll like scribble the notes about the jobs and put it on paper. Levy, just tell him,
Mhm.
send that to Grogger,
so
whatever.
if you guys need me to tell you again what the jobs were, I can tell you.
I got notes.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're good.
no, it could be good. And
I
we just
take
spend the night having drinks and smoking, basically cigarettes.
Oh, I always figure it's kind of like the pipe that like Gandalf smokes.
Yep, that's exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
in Lord of the Rings.
Just puffing smoke rings.
And then I just kind of want to like, I would like to like do like some kind of like minor illusions or something like that to
smoke.
In the smoke. Yeah.
Nice.
Prestidigitate.
Yeah, my
So there's
prestidigitation.
So while
Lasts,
we're
like, 6 seconds.
smoking, while we're smoking and having a relaxing time, I'll be like, well, Levi, once we're done with my stuff, you say you got some tobacco too. Maybe we can have yours afterwards.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe not tonight, but like maybe on the road, you know.
Yeah, that could be fun. That could definitely be fun. Let's try it.
Yeah.
Try it.
Yeah, I
Let's
don't
see if
know.
yours is
I don't know. Supposedly the guy that gave this to me said it was real good, so we'll see.
So would you say it might be smoother than this one that we're having?
Who knows? We'll have to find out. But if it is, then I'm just excited for it.
All right. Well, we'll see how good it is when the time comes.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
And by the way, the when you got the shadow dust, because you looked at it, it is a literal, looks like just dust.
Wonderful.
Just so you're aware. All right. Was there anything else everyone wanted to do before they went to bed?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
I want to talk to Flumpy.
Your little flump. All right. What do you have to say, to the little flumpy? Is this
Wanna-
while you guys are chilling down there, or this back in your room?
Back in our room. Just be like, thank you, friend. Thank you.
And he kind of just like looks at you, and if you guys didn't know, I don't know. I'll let you share that. Never mind. Flumpy. Yeah, you guys get a nice little moment. You really feel like you've grown and connected with him. Flumpy seems to have gotten a little. He's getting bigger since you found him. If you remember, you found him when he was like, you assumed he was very small, like a infant,
baby.
basically. So he seems like he's growing. And he basically is able to communicate with you that it's okay.
Thanks, Flumpy. Stay with me if you can.
Don't leave me.
Don't leave
Don't
me.
leave me. Don't leave me.
More parts.
You don't lose any more parts.
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully, if we can find you another eye, unless you want me to make you like a cool eye patch or something.
He
Pirate flump.
He kind of perks up at that idea.
Ooh. All right. Yeah. So then I'll spend the rest of the night making an eye patch for Flumpy.
Okay. All right. You work on a little eye patch for Flumpy. Go around his little self. All right. Well, I think that's a good spot to wrap up the session. As you guys all head to bed after taking care of some stuff. So yeah, I think that's a good spot to wrap up. Our 41st episode coming up on episode 50.
Heck yeah.
Ooh.
We'll find out all of the answers to life in next episode.
Nice.
But we say that, at the end of every episode, because it's always the next episode.
But it'll be the 42nd episode.
It's true.
Exactly. 41 will never come
42.
again.
Oh, well, it's 42, like from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah.
The answer to everything.
Yes, 42.
The ultimate answer.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much, everyone who stopped by and joined us. Steelscar, do you want to do your little spiel?
What spiel?
Where can they find us?
Yeah.
Ian, where can they find us?
Because then he passes it off to.
Hey, Pog, where can they find us?
AWADND.com will get you to our Discord. We're also on Twitter at AWA_DND. Obviously, we're on Twitch at AWA_DND. We're at pretty much every single podcast website you can be on, so Scott can list those.
And remember, the N is an N, not an ampersand, folks.
Oh yeah, DN, like November.
They don't. Most of those places don't like characters like that. It has to be an actual letter. Yeah, we're pretty much in the major libraries are iTunes and like Google and Spotify, basically. So,
But we're on Pandora too,
we're on Pandora as well.
which is awesome.
Pandora.
That is awesome, though.
Trying to get a coworker to listen in because they've been looking for something to listen to.
Basically, just find us in your whatever podcast catcher.
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us tonight. We'll see you guys next time.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Adventure with Advantage podcast. We can't thank you enough for your support. Be sure to follow us on Twitter for updates on episode releases at our Twitter handle at AWA_D&D, or catch us live on our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/AWA_D&D. Thanks.